Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's magical video. Early on in Nuka's life, he was trained by his family and pride to hate Simba, and over time he became convinced that destroying that king was the only way to prove that he should have been chosen to be Scar's successor, and to show his mother he should be loved. Today, I'm going to be going through the entire complex and tragic story of the chaotic villain from The Lion King 2, Nuka. Hello, I'm Isaac from Wotso Videos, where we discuss fun topics for fun people. On my channel, I focus on spreading magic by examining Disney films, so if you are new here, consider subscribing. Nuka was a slim, sporadic, and aggressive lion born during the reign of Scar before his younger siblings Vitani and Kovu, and was indoctrinated from the beginning of his life to praise the rule of Scar and to follow the orders of his mother Zira. Even in his early life, Nuka abided by the teachings from his mother, believing in Scar and what he stood for. Nuka desired to impress his mother by succeeding in his duties and remaining loyal to her and Scar, but his dedication was not enough to earn the coveted role in the pride that would be bestowed to his younger brother Kovu. Despite being the eldest child of Zira and being a lion whose status as Scar's child is left ambiguous, Nuka was overlooked to be the heir to Scar in favor of Kovu, who was handpicked by Scar himself to rise to rule Pride Rock. In the near future, Nuka would come to resent his younger brother after that decision was made, for he believed Kovu took the position that was rightfully his and stripped him of the glory he believed came with that role.
Kovu. Scar wasn't even his father. He just took him in.
Now, when Nuka is upset that Kovu isn't Scar's son, that doesn't necessarily indicate that Nuka is a child of Scar, but that he's mainly just upset that his younger brother was chosen to be the heir over himself, and that if Kovu was Scar's son, then he could understand why he was chosen over himself. Even if Nuka was Scar's son though, it didn't matter. Scar had made his choice for his heir, and Zira was going to ensure that request was kept. After Scar's time as king was ended by the return of Simba, Zira and a group of lionesses continued to insist that Kovu deserved the throne since Scar had chosen him to rise after his passing. But eventually this conflict and aggression from Zira on the legitimacy of Simba's rule forced Simba to banish Zira, her family, and the other rebelling lionesses from the Pride Lands. The exiled group of lions then retreated to the desolate outlands beyond Simba's borders, where they remained dormant, waiting to end Simba's life and focusing on protecting themselves overall. And it was here where Nuka truly became hardened. Nuka learned in the desolate place he grew up within that life was going to be hard, horrible, and unfair, so he pushed that belief onto Kovu.
Hey, it's every lion for himself out here. That little termite's gotta learn to be on his own.
Nuka just felt so frustrated, angry, and envious of Kovu for being constantly recognized as the superior lion, so he hated being the one to watch over him. While Nuka desired to contribute in grander ways to make his mother proud of him, he often felt his abilities were squandered and not believed in, resulting in him being given tasks of minimal importance. Kovu was the lion who the Outlanders believed could take the revenge they were seeking, which meant, for the most part, Nuka just didn't receive much attention for who he was and what he was capable of. Since Kovu was the heir chosen by Scar, Nuka's mother focused her energy primarily on raising Kovu as a killer and leader, leaving Vitani and Nuka to only receive guidance when it was in service of Kovu. This left Nuka feeling empty, but he made sure that when opportunities to attempt to impress his mother came about, he acted. All Nuka wanted was for his mother to see the potential and promise in him, like she saw in Kovu.
Mother, I caught some field mice for your dinner. I left it okay.
The problem was that Nuka was a sporadic, impulsive, weak, and emotional lion, so his actions and words often came at poor times and with little thought supporting them. What Nuka desired was recognition for his commitment to Scar and the Outlanders, but the way he approached that only made his mother see him as a barrier to focus on Kovu. While he wanted a chance to show what he could do and to rise above his position as a mess-up, he often just supported the Outlanders' belief that he was unfit to lead. While Nuka had a desire for more responsibility, and some sources indicate that Nuka was Zira's second in command, by him explaining that he longed for a greater purpose, it seems he never was given the faith in his abilities that he was hoping to receive from his mother.
I could be a leader if she'd just give me a chance.
Considering his feelings of inadequacy and bitterness over his pride's favoritism towards Kovu, insecurities seemed to grow to a point where he put up an egotistical front. I think to protect himself from the reality that he was not the chosen one, he constructed a facade of confidence.
I should have been the chosen one. I'm the oldest, I'm the strongest, I'm the smartest. No, these termites!
And the reason Nuka gets bitten up by termites is because it symbolizes his constant annoyance of Kovu and his place in the world. While Nuka did long to please his mother in hopes of receiving love and acceptance from her instead of scorn and disappointment, he also had a deep fear towards her. When Nuka was yelled at or he taunted her description of Kovu, he cowers at her movement and growls, for Zira's dissatisfaction with her firstborn manifested in cruelty towards him. Zira would lay her paws on Nuka to hurt him, even when he would play along with her plans and dramatics. No matter what Nuka did, he would be pushed and crushed, which I think shows Zira despised Nuka. Even through all of this scorn and torture, Nuka still believed in the ideology he had been taught growing up, that Simba had to die and the rule Scar had established would rise again. But he just desired vengeance without Kovu leading the charge, for the only way in his mind that he would be able to achieve love is by ending Simba himself. In the Lion Guard, we see that despite his resentment towards Kovu and his difficult relationship with his mother, he was able to work with Kovu when he was instructed to by Zira. Nuka was willing to do whatever his mother needed, like retrieving Simba's son Kion. He would attack anyone who he felt was weak and who was an enemy to his pride, even when his plots were not thought through. And he was willing to take action to fight off those who would oppose his family, especially when they were defending their territory from hyenas.
What kind of lion are you, siding with the hyena?
Typically, what made Nuka resist Zira's plots was when he had to play a supportive role to Kovu. Even years after the Outlanders were banished, Nuka was furious he had to assist the powerful Kovu in Zira's plot for them to stage Kovu rescuing Simba's daughter Kiara. Nuka just felt exhausted. His opportunity to show his worth never even came this long into his life.
I never even had a chance.
Regardless, he burned the plains with Vitani during Kiara's first hunt to put her life in jeopardy, just like his mother ordered. Even though Nuka was frustrated with his role, Nuka resisted disobeying her in hopes of getting on her good side. Due to the danger the fire posed and Kovu's ability to save Kiara, Simba was pressured into allowing Kovu to enter the Pride Lands once again. Ecstatic that their family's revenge on Simba would soon come to pass, Nuka went with Zira to watch over Kovu's progress in the night. Nuka slighted Kovu by stating he would already be prepared to strike down Simba if he were in Kovu's position, but Zira restrained her son. While Nuka was ready to get his chance to attack the lion who his mother hated more than any other, Zira forced him to be patient as she trusted in Kovu. But soon, Nuka's lack of faith in Kovu would finally be confirmed. After Kovu began to fall in love with Kiara and Vitani discovered Kovu was withholding from ending Simba's life, Zira decided that the Outlanders' next course of action was to end their trust in Kovu. Instead of letting Kovu grow closer to Simba and the Pridelanders, they decided to move in on Kovu to ambush Simba. Nuka gladly goes with his pride to reveal Kovu's deceit. The beloved child finally had a weakness exposed. Kovu's love for a Pridelander degraded his loyalty to Zira's pride, which meant Kovu was not going to be the one to bring glory to the Outlanders and Scar. The years of Nuka proclaiming his worth, his loyalty, and his strength could finally be proven. While Nuka never had a chance to show his worth, now that he was contributing in the fight against Simba, Nuka finally could prove he deserved his mother's love. Soon after the news of Kovu's betrayal came to Zira, Nuka and the Outlanders venture into the Pride Lands and surround Simba and Kovu in the burned plains. There, Zira revealed Kovu's deceit just before she announced for her pride to attack. Nuka is the first to attack, likely in hopes to show his power, but he is also the first one to be smacked away by the mighty Simba. While Nuka was not stronger than Simba, with the help of the other lionesses, Simba was able to be overwhelmed to a point where Nuka was able to see an opportunity to launch him into a ravine. The Outlanders charged after Simba as the ruler of Pride Rock fled the army of lions who were after him. As Simba approached a dam created from a pile of weak logs, he scaled the structure while the Outlanders did not continue their attack due to the dam's weakness. With Kovu nearby on top of the ravine, Zira demanded he take advantage of the opportunity to end the lion who they had been waiting to kill for years. When Kovu again did not follow the orders of his mother though, Nuka intervened, hoping this could be the moment where he could finally earn his worth and his mother's love by stopping Simba.
I'll do it for you, mother!
As he climbed the dam after Simba, Nuka continued to repeat why he was there, calling to Zira to watch him.
Mother, are you watching? I'm doing it for you, and I'm doing it for me.
Proud of what he was accomplishing, Nuka continued to push forward on his climb until he finally reached Simba and clawed at him. Nuka was finally at the moment he had always hoped he could have. He would finally be able to accomplish something Kovu never could.
This is my moment of glory.
But then, disaster occurred. With the log Nuka rested on breaking beneath him, Nuka was thrown backwards to the horror of his mother. The log he stood on trapped him beneath it, which meant when Simba finally reached the top of the ravine and knocked logs down the dam during his escape, Nuka took their full weight. Kovu came after Nuka, digging him out with Zira coming to her firstborn's side to free him, and in horror she saw her dying son. With his fading breath, Nuka apologizes for his failure. His time had come to show his worth, and he had failed, but he had done his best for his mother.
I'm sorry, mother. I tried.
Nuka died a dedicated, loyal, and brave son of Zira. But during his life, she had never been pleased by him. After he passed, Zira's love for him swelled as the son she had placed all of her care into betrayed her. No matter what Nuka had done, he was never able to live up to the image of his younger brother Kovu. But now that Zira saw who Nuka and Kovu truly were, she was deeply hurt her son was gone. While I'm sure a part of her always did love Nuka, it seemed only after he died was she able to appreciate what he had given for her. Early on in Nuka's life, he was cast aside, was deemed unworthy, and was forced to watch as his younger brother Kovu was worshipped by his mother, while he received nothing, which meant he was willing to take any opportunity to make Zira proud and show he was the child who truly deserved to be Scar's heir. Nuka was left most of his life feeling alone, unappreciated, and desperate to receive recognition and love for his commitment to his mother and her plots for revenge. And by the end of his life, he gets that. Only Nuka stood as the child who remained committed to Scar and Zira to the bitter end. Hooey, that got dark. Hey fun people, thank you for watching this video, which was brought to you by my friends over at Squarespace. Whether you're interested in showing off your fan art, sharing your film reviews, or hoping to start a hilarious podcast, Squarespace is a platform that will allow you to easily create a powerful and beautiful website to accomplish these goals. Between being able to choose from tons of designer and award-winning templates and the ability to manage blogs with their mobile app, building and managing a website has never been simpler, which means your voice and your message can be heard in a smaller amount of time than ever before. In a single morning, I was able to create version 1 of the website I'm developing with Squarespace to allow me to consolidate what I'm doing and help me start new projects, which gets me excited for all of you who are looking to seize the opportunities that await you online. I've tried other methods of creating a website, and I've never experienced a simpler option, which is why I truly recommend the service. For all of you who are looking to share your passion on the internet, go to squarespace.com/Wotso videos to get a free trial of their service on them and 10% off your first purchase. To see more Lion King videos like this one, you can find a link to those videos in the description. And if you'd like to continue to see more magical discussions like this one, then don't forget to click that subscribe button and the beautiful bell if you're new. Also, thank you to my wonderful patrons over on Patreon who are amazing supporters of my videos. And as always, thanks for watching and have a magical day.